Ugly Money Nietzsche, and welcome to yet another episode of the Ugly Money Podcast and my special guest of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's not often that people look better in person than when they look on the gram. Let me tell you something. Artist, rapper, Jill of all trades has her single out right now on all platforms. Hear me out. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, show your love for Miss Raindrop.
Hey, thank you for having me. First of all, I just want to say that. And I hear that a lot. I look better in person, so that's a good thing because I ain't no catfish.
You know, I had to give you the dope intro. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to give you like that your proper due. You know what I'm saying? Because you know I have I just got the opportunity to see Miss Raindrop and her full beauty today, and I was just.
Thank you.
It's not often because they be catfishing out here. So tell me, the question that everybody wants to know: who was Miss Raindrop before Miss Raindrop was Miss Raindrop?
Growing up, I was a delinquent. Like,
Okay.
I was bad. Didn't listen to my parents. Went in the streets. Had kids at a young age. I was in the system. I was in group homes. I was on probation all the way till I was 18. You know what I mean? I was a late graduate. Dropped out of school. So, yeah, just didn't know what I wanted to do with myself. I became an exotic dancer, and I was just out there.
I think it's beautiful that you live your truth like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about where we came from. It's where we at, what we do when we get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
what do you think growing up? Like, where exactly are you from?
I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus. Okay, shouts out to Columbus. So like that's 614, right? 614? Is that 614?
Yes.
Yeah, shouts out 614. Yeah. So growing up in Columbus, like what things transpired that led you down that path early on, you think?
Nothing really about the city itself. You know what I mean? It was just me probably really didn't have nothing else. Not to say, because I was like a cheerleader. You know what I mean? I was on a swim team. I did karate. You feel me? I did the athlete sports thingy. But I just got to the point where I didn't want to be told what to do. I wanted to do my own thing. Like, my mom couldn't even control me no more. You know what I mean? I just thought I was grown before I was grown. So
these were self-inflicted wounds, basically, what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, that's dope, because most people blame everybody else for all the problems.
No, I definitely take the blame for everything. And, but I will say my parents, to this day, they are proud of me. You know what I mean? They tell me every day, despite of what you put us through, we wouldn't change it for the world, because they're really proud of me, and I tell everybody, it's never too late to change your life. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Because I am a living proof that I changed my life around, and that's part of my story now, and, getting back into school and graduating and continue on with college, getting my degree. I'm actually the first one in my family to get a degree from college.
Wow.
So
I know
that's
they're
big.
proud.
Yeah.
Now, you always hear people talk about, when you have, single parent households or a child grows up in the hood, they're just destined to be failures in life. That's the stereotype that society tries to paint the picture.
Right.
But you didn't exactly have that growing up. You had like a 2-parent household and.
No, see, my dad left. My dad and my mom broke up when I was 2 years old, but my dad was still fluently in our life. You know what I mean? Like, we knew our dad. We talked to our dad, visit our dad. Dad come around, this, that, and the third. But my mom had a boyfriend, and then she married the guy, and he was in our life from when I was 2 all the way up to 7th grade.
Oh wow.
She was married to him, and he was a big impact on our life. Thank you. He was a big impact, on our life. Like, he was very strict with us, but then it got to a point where he kind of he changed after a while, because he got on drugs, you know what I mean, and introduced me to. I wasn't doing drugs, but he would have me out all night, in the crack houses with him, and let me
As a
drink
kid?
at 12 years old.
Oh wow.
Drinking, smoking, lying to my mom, you know what I mean?
With your stepdad?
Yeah. Yeah. But RP to Chico. It actually, like, my mom ended up leaving him or whatever, and yeah. But we all, even when I got older, like he's always been, he's not always been, you know, he's always been a good man, you know. But I guess life had a toll on him. I guess I don't know, because even when I got older and had kids before he passed away, like we was still like this.
Yeah.
And I always had respect for him, no matter what he went through or what happened down the road, because it was a point in time where it was all good.
Yeah,
So.
facts. Now, like, for young girls that are growing up in similar situations, you know what I'm saying, and that are thinking about becoming defiant, because I'm a father, and I got 3 girls.
Yeah.
And you know, what advice do you have to tell them as far as growing up maybe too fast?
I would just tell them it's not worth it. You know, it's definitely not worth it, because like me, like it really hurt my feelings to know that I even put my parents through that.
Wow.
Now that I'm older. You know what I mean? And my little sister's like, I don't play that. You feel me? Like, you don't talk to my mom like you crazy. Like, I don't play that. They be like, well, you got the nerve, I'm like, but still, and I tell them to this day, I tell them the same thing. I'm not proud of that. You know what I mean? That's not something that I'm proud of.
Yeah.
You know, it don't feel good. You know, especially with me being a mom now and being older, like, that's just not something that I was proud of. You know, like, it was probably the cool thing to do back then, you know, but, you know, I was in the system all the way till I was 18.
Wow.
Like, who wants to go through that? Back and forth in the courts, you know, living with different families, living with different family members. Like, it's just get it done, you know, because I was a late graduate. Now I wish I didn't get to take advantage of my high school years. You feel me? I didn't get to do none of that in high school. That, you feel me? Like, stay in school, you know, take advantage of your high school years and graduate. If you decide to go to college, or if you decide to be your own CEO, whatever you decide to do after college, after school, just do it right the first time, so you don't got to do it again.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from somebody that's lived it. So all y'all young girls out there thinking about growing up too soon.
Yeah, and I have a 13-year-old daughter, and I tell her this all the time.
Wow.
Like, all the time.
So how is that transition coming from, you know, being a little badass to now being a mom? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it'd be difficult, because my son, my 11-year-old, now he the one. It's crazy because my daughter really don't. She's not how I was at the age of 13. You feel me? Like, and I'm so thankful. Not saying she don't have her little mishaps, but she definitely, you know, not how I am. But, you know, we correct it real soon. I see it before why it's happening, because I've been there, done that. Like, telling, like, they be like, how do you know? I'm like, because I done it. Like, I know what it's leading up to. I know what you're thinking. I know, like, anything that you can think of. I done been there, done that. You cannot out-slick me, because I was slick. You feel me? I was the #1 slickster. So, like, there's nothing that you can get past me that I don't know. But, yeah.
So you got a whole lot of game for it.
Yeah, I'm just so glad that I am able to, you know, even like talk to her, and she feels comfortable with talking to me. You feel me? Because I didn't talk to my mom. You feel me? Like, I got a great mom, don't get me wrong. Love me to death, support me to death, held it down. You feel me? For us, bend over backwards for us. You feel me? But it was just me, you know. But I'm just glad that, you know, my daughter can come to talk to me. Not saying I couldn't talk to my mom. It's just I was just so bad. Yeah. I didn't care what nobody thought.
How do you get out of that mindset, though? How do you get out of that mindset of not caring about maybe, you know, your future or discipline, or, you know, just authority in general? And what was the pivotal moment in your life where you're like, okay, I'm tired of this shit, I'm ready to do something?
Just me being responsible, you know, and independent, and just getting out here and having to figure it out on my own. You know, enrolling myself back in school, wanting to graduate. It was just something I wanted more for myself. You know, I had kids. I want more for them. So it was like, you know what, I gotta do this. And I always had a good head on my shoulder. You feel me? I always been smart.
Yeah,
you know, I'm smart.
Yeah, no,
so
I can tell. We're gonna talk about it.
I just, you know what, anything I can put my mind to, I can do. And I just, you know what, I just wanted more for myself, and I just did it.
That's dope, though. That's dope, because, you know, nobody's perfect, and people try to put on this facade or paint this picture like, you know, they are, and life doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said before that you were a young mother. Mm-hmm. How old were you when you had when you were pregnant for your first kid?
15.
Wow. So, 15 years old. I'm trying to think of the right way to ask this question where I don't sound shady.
I mean,
the baby daddy.
You could be wrong on
the baby daddy. Mm-hmm. At 15 years old. How does this situation happen? How do you guys end up being making a kid at such a young age and having a kid at such a young age? Like,
well, their dad, they got the same. My two oldest got the same dad, and then I got 3 kids.
Okay.
So my 2 oldest, which is now about to be 14 and 11, or about to be 12, they got the same dad. Mm-hmm. So me and him was like high school sweethearts. So when I was a freshman in high school,
I was just hoping it won't no old man got down. You know what I'm saying?
No. He was a senior
like
though.
Lord, Jesus. Boy.
So he was a senior, and I was a freshman in high school. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And remind you, I was a cheerleader. But when I got to high school, he ain't let me do none of that. Like, I don't want to do cheering. I don't want to cheer my girl. I don't want to. So he was like one of them. So I didn't do it. So then I think that was what got me like skipping school. I would skip school with him, and I was just head over heels about him. You know what I mean? And then when I was 12 already, I was doing my own thing. So my mom was really at that point. I was able to have boys at the house, and and going out and meet up, and I was out at his house, and his mom, I remember his mom was cooking, and she was like, how old are you? I'm like, 14. She was like, do you know how old my son is? I'm like, yeah. Like,
oh, wow.
So like, my mom would take me to his house, and I'll be there with him and stuff like that, and then we was inseparable. Like, I was with him all throughout my high school, Then I got pregnant. Like, I was driving to school. I was the youngest in my class driving to school because I was driving his car.
Oh, wow.
Like, I'll be driving to school pregnant, and then, like...
Oh, yeah, I pretty much was married in high school.
Yeah. So then, like, he had ended up moving with his dad, and then I moved in with him and his dad, and at that point, because I remember I was in Rosemont. Rosemont is a group home.
Okay.
So... I was in Rosemont, so like they would come visit me, and then I would run away from Rosemont and be with him. His mom would find me. She would have to drop me back off, and then when I turned 18, she was like, I know you glad you're 18 now. Like everything, like I had a clean slate.
Wow.
Like a clean slate, like literally, like I was just like, you know what? I started, just being out in the scene. I started hosting. I was because I'm always like good spirits. I can turn anything good. Everybody like being around me. I got good energy, good vibes.
And she gorgeous.
So I start hosting in the club. You know what I mean? I started being on the mic, being around all the promoters and stuff, and turning the club up. And that's how I start getting a name for myself. And then I start being an exotic dancer. So then I really start, piping up. And then, you feel me, then I started doing music, so it was just one thing after another, but my city, it's not really too much. It was nothing else for me to do in my city. It was nothing else. Like, I did everything, and I did the best. I was the best at it in my city, you feel me? And there was nothing else they could offer me, so that's why I moved to Atlanta. And I did so much here that I waited so long to do in my own city in so little time.
Wow. Well, let's go back to when you started music and you made the decision to start rapping. Mm-hmm. Like, how did that happen?
Well, I was already around the scene, like I said, because I was already, in the clubs, around the scene. All my homeboys did music. I was already always in the studio, just me and my stepsister. We would always just be in the studio and stuff. And I was already a writer because, I kept a diary. That got me through, my teen years. You feel me? I always kept a diary. I always wrote poetry, so I was good at writing. And one day, I was bored at home and I just started writing a song. I got a beat off of YouTube and I started writing a song and I called one of my homeboys over and was like, listen to this and see what you, and like he's in the studio and he just listened and he was like, you wrote this? I'm like, yeah. He was like, how long it take you? And he was just asking me questions about the song. He was like, you think you can record it? I'm like, I guess. He set me up a studio and we went into the studio and I recorded it. And he was just like, you can do this. Like, do you know how long it takes for people to even open up and be able to come into the studio and write their own songs and actually record it the way you just did? And he was like, you got it. And from there, I was like, shoot.
So it really just came natural to you? It
came natural to me.
No doubt. Now, you say you're not a rapper, you an artist.
Yeah, I'm an artist. I'm an entertainer.
Yeah, you know, what you say, hold on, you're not a rapper, you an artist. You don't, you said you don't entertain. What do you say? You don't put on a show. Well, anyway, the rapper, you're not a rapper, you're an artist. Explain that to me.
Right. I said I'm not just a rapper, I'm an artist. I don't just perform, I entertain.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So talk to me about that whole catchphrase.
Okay, when I say that, I mean, I'm not, because everybody be like asking me like, oh, you do music? Yeah, I do music. Well, what do you do? Do you rap? Do you sing? I can do both.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm an artist. I do what I feel. Like, oh, what type, what type of music do you do? Whatever I feel. I got a song for anybody and everybody. I got different sounds. I might be versatile, but my sound is the same. You know what I mean? I got my sound down pat. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm singing, if I'm rapping, harmonize, whatever, I got my sound. So I'm an artist, you know, and I don't just get on the mic and just perform. I entertain. I grass to the crowd. I get people to grass towards me. You feel me? I turn them up, you know, like I put on a show. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. Like anybody can get a mic and rap a song and sing a song. You feel me? But I'm not going to just do that. It's not just any song. For one, it's mine. For two, I'm going to entertain you and you're going to love me when I'm done.
Facts. Now, what influences did you have as far as, music or whatever? Do you have any musical influences or anybody that inspired you musically?
I mean, definitely Nicki Minaj. Like, no cap. Like, once...
I better stop playing with Nicki for real.
For real, like, and I've been saying it every interview, like, even from back in 2012, like, when I started doing music, like, Nicki set the bar. Like, of course I knew about the Kims and the Foxies and the Salt and Peppers and the female rappers.
Whole nother level.
But I don't think that anybody ever felt like, I can do it too. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do this too. And that's the energy that Nicki brung. You know what I mean? And I remember, and I was sitting because I went back to school and I was graduating from high school. I was sitting there and I was talking to my principal, and I regret that I didn't do it. But he wanted me to come back the following year and do like a speech to the following class. Yeah. And I wanted to do it so bad. I don't know what happened to where I didn't get to do that. But he was just talking to me, and he was like, "Well, what you gonna do after this?" And I had to tell him, "I'm gonna do my music." And he was like, "You sure?" Like, I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, well, promise me within 5 years, if it's not working for you, that you'll go and you'll look into something else." And I'm like, "For sure." You feel me? But when I look back, my growth, like I can't complain. Like I'm satisfied. Like. Because I'm proud of my growth. You know what I mean? I'm not where I want to be, of course, but I'm not disappointed.
What would it take to sign Miss Raindrop?
Honestly, I'm not really looking to be signed. I'm just focused on me, my team, my management, mama's management. You feel me? Mama. Yes, like shout out. Like that's what I want. I just want a good team around me. You know what I mean? I'm not really looking for somebody just to come sign me. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm focused on building my fan base. You know what I mean? Getting my numbers right, having great people around me, meeting people, doing stuff, meeting people like you. You feel me?
I ain't nobody, but
like just keep building my resume. Keep, escalating. Like, I'm not really looking for a label. Like, if it come about and if it makes sense, then at that point in time, it gotta make sense, because at the end of the day, I'm doing everything by myself.
Oh, that's dope.
So it's going to definitely take a couple zeros.
I think the mentality of you said something. You was like, I'm building my fan base. Like, it seems like the mentality that you're looking for the fans instead of just looking for the label.
Right.
Is a winning mentality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because once you got the fans.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want the fans, and my fan base is growing like every day. Like, I gain thousands of followers a day.
Yeah.
Like, whatever y'all following me for, it could be the music, because y'all just like to look at me, whatever. Like, listen, I just appreciate you, but I got really diehard fans. Like, I'll be on live and people be like, oh, I've been following you since this, that, and that. And they will say something about my past. I'll be like, oh, I really got diehard fans that's following me. And then I get new fans and supporters that tap in with me, and they be like, oh, I didn't even know you did music. So it's like, like, I don't know where all my fan base be coming, but I got fans all over the world.
Now, I follow you on Instagram, so I've taken the opportunity to, see you in your beauty,
right,
so to speak. I know that DM of yours has to be on fire.
Yeah, but it'd be a whole bunch of just nonsense. Like, some of the stuff.
Let's get into the message.
Listen, I promise you, like, I don't even read half of them. I don't open all of them unless I be going, like, if I'm talking to somebody, or like if I meet somebody out, like, on business, you feel me? They be like, oh, I'm gonna shoot you a DM. So I'll be expecting that DM. I'll go look for it or something. But I don't just be like opening my DMs. Like, I'll look at the first couple. If it's some nonsense, I'll scroll right past it. Like, yes, I do get crazy stuff, but then again, a lot of people try to wheel me in with business. You feel me? And I'm so glad I got management, because I don't even gotta deal with it.
Facts.
If you serious, you gonna hit up my team, and we gonna make it happen, and we gonna get it done. If not, we got nothing to talk about.
Blue checks in your DM. Do you answer them? Do you open them?
I mean, I get a lot of, like, they'll like just double like something, put the heart out. And I like it back, like, I see you. But I don't say that either, sure. They'll just, like, watch my story or something, and like put the double tap, and I'll double tap.
They don't normally. They don't want to dive too far in there.
Right, but if you gonna know how to approach me. So be careful how you approach me. Make sure you approach me wisely.
So the celebs got the same rules apply.
Yeah,
you gotta
come correct, like, for sure. Cause y'all see what I'm out here doing for real. If you follow me, if you tapping in, if you see that much, then you see what I'm offering out here for real. So.
Facts. You are definitely building your own wave and your own infrastructure and your own platform, which is dope. So, question, because my listeners are going to ask this and they want to know this.
Okay.
If a man is trying to get the attention of Miss Raindrop, how does he go about doing that? Am I asking the right ones yet? Yeah, fellas? Am I asking the right ones yet? Go ahead.
First of all, right now, like, I'm just strict. Like, I'm just see how we can help each other. Like, can you help me help you? Like, you feel me? Like, what can you do to help what I got going on? Like,
bring
you
value.
Feel me? Like, bring value to whatever I got going on, because I'm not looking for none of that right now. Like, I'm so focused on my career and my business, you know what I mean? And just building myself up and being a better me. Like, I don't got time for nothing else.
So basically, simply put, paraphrasing what you said, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're saying a man, to get your attention, needs to try to find a way to bring value to what you got.
Yeah.
Do you think it might be hard for a man?
And I'm not even talking about money.
Yeah,
like, it don't gotta be like, I can't stand when a man throw money in my face, period. Because first of all, I got my own. I know how to get money.
Gang.
You feel me? So it's like, good for you.
Yeah.
You feel me? But Like, it's like, okay,
good for you.
Is you trying to like help me get some of that? Cause I don't want your money. You feel me? What does that mean? Like,
so a man,
that's a big turn off. I won't rock with you at all for that.
So rather than a man trying to entice you with his money.
Right, because you got money, I'ma know. I'ma see. I know who got money and who
Facts.
don't.
You would rather a man teach you or show you how to get some other type of money.
Right.
Okay. I can dig it. Fellas, I'm just getting y'all, because y'all, I posted the status. Y'all saying what your questions you wanted from Miss Raindrop.
If you're going to show the money, at least invest it into me. You feel me?
That's what I used to tell my artists. I don't want to.
Like, invest it into me. And I'm not talking about investing to
get about them deals if you ain't dropping no guy, if you ain't investing.
And clothes and designer, you see what I'm out here doing? It's hard out here trying to make it, you feel me, independently. You feel me?
Yeah.
Give me a budget.
Come on.
You feel me?
Facts, because at the end of the day, you investing in that DM, nigga.
Yeah.
Investing in that goddamn career.
You see what I'm out here doing? Stop playing with me.
Come on. You gonna bring it back. You gonna flip it. You gonna flip it and bring it back.
Yeah, for sure.
No, facts,
and it's for definitely.
Now, I know in your career there were some times that this is the Ugly Money Podcast, and of course we salute the process of success.
Right.
It's everything between your first dollar and between your first dollar and your first million. That's ugly money. You know what I'm saying? So I know there were some times in your life that things didn't seem like they were going to go right. I know there were some times that doors were closed. There were some ups and downs. I know people told you no. Tell me about a time in your life that you had fell down and how you got back up.
As far as music?
As far as life.
Honestly, just transitioning from my city here. You know what I mean? It was hard to let it go. I would find myself back every other week.
Oh, wow.
Not living wise, just having to go back for something. You feel me? It was just tearing me down because I really didn't want that life there no more. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was hard to transition from Ohio to Georgia. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I was just like, I didn't want to go back home. You feel me? So I was out thugging it. You feel me? I didn't have a spot down here. I had my car. You feel me? All my clothes be in my trunk. You feel me? My cousin lived down here though, so I did have a space, but he lived all the way in Covington, Georgia. I needed to be in Atlanta.
Yeah, no, if you want to be.
So every day I'm up hours, I'm up early. I'm getting in my car. I'm coming to the city. I'm in the city all day, just trying to, meet new people. I done got finesse, losing thousands of dollars.
Atlanta's some finesse now.
What? I got finesse out of thousands of dollars,
Atlanta, yeah.
And I was just I'm just over it.
What do you think the difference between the biggest difference between maybe Ohio guys and Atlanta guys? Is there a big difference?
Ohio guy, I don't know. I don't really know.
Atlanta guys, it's a lot of finesses in Atlanta.
But you got your finesse. The only difference is I'm from the city, so I know who to play with, who not to play with. I know who really doing something, who not. So I was born and raised there, so you can't get one up on me because I already know about you.
I'm already hooked.
You feel me? So it's here, I didn't know nobody. It's a lot of people selling you dreams.
It's a lot of people here that claim they are something that they are not.
Yeah, everybody think they this and they that. You know what I mean? I had to learn.
Yeah, you notice that everybody in Atlanta tapped in with somebody. They the man next to the man, and they want to be looking important. And I always was like, fuck looking like I'm important. I'm going to just be important.
Right, and I did that too. And now, I'm not gonna lie, I've been here for 3 years, and I probably got more clout than a lot of these motherfuckers.
Facts.
I didn't. But I'm so thankful because even though, to answer your question, even though I went through that and them hard times here, I didn't give up, and I did come across great people like my management. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I did, and then Johnny Blaze is my best friend, so it's
I just talked to Johnny today.
Yeah, so I had her too, so I wasn't just all the way down and bad, but it was hard as an artist.
Speaking of Johnny, I had her on my show. She came on one of my first shows ever. It was actually in the I started this show in the living room of my house like a year ago, and Johnny actually came to my house, and I was so thankful because she kind of helped me get my platform started.
That's what's up.
And we talked about OnlyFans, and at that time, Johnny Blaze had made $750,000 on OnlyFans,
Right.
and she actually broke it down about how they how they do it.
Because Johnny, not to cut you off, but she the one who got OnlyFans popping.
For
and
real.
If you ask me, like, don't nobody give her credit about that. Like, didn't nobody knew nothing about OnlyFans until Johnny started putting it out there, and she helps everybody.
No, and which leads me to my question: is the fact of the matter is like a lot of you are shapely, curvy, beautiful women. Y'all be supporting each other. Like I see on Johnny page, he be like 5 other women, and then before you know get to there, you know follow them women, and then 5 other more, and then before you know it, you done follow 20,000 different people. You know what I'm saying? like where. I wish artists did that for artists.
Right.
The way that maybe the OnlyFans models or models, period, kind of share for share and stuff like that.
She do that for artists too. Like, we got our little group chats when it'll just be just artists, and we'll do like PR stuff. Like, I promise, like, we'll have a group chat, be me, Johnny, a couple other artists that we know, DJs, producers, engineers, and we'll have a group chat, and we'll send, like, say you got a private party next weekend, we'll shoot the flyer, like, go RSVP this, go do this, go do this, like, sign up for this, go do his show, contact him. We do that. We just do it in a group chat, like, but we still support each other, you know. We in a group chat, post this. I got this show going on. Post this flyer. You feel me? And everybody post it. So yeah, we do that.
That's dope. I see you at Diamonds one time too.
Yes, I'm a waitress at Diamonds.
I know.
Yeah, I am in the night scene. Like I said, like I've been.
Shouts out Pulu.
Yeah, shout out to Pulu. Shout out to everybody at Diamond. I rock with everybody. But
You ever think about making a transition from? Back from waitressing to dancing?
No. I don't go backwards.
Oh, I like that, ladies.
I don't never go back. I don't never go backwards. I'm trying to go forward.
Next year you're gonna be owning them, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm trying to be actually out the like working in the club scene, only strictly bookings in the next year, in this next year.
You're definitely well on your way. You got a good team,
Yeah,
and
that's my next, short-term goal is to stop. Cause like I said, I've been in the club scene all my life. Even before I was allowed in the club, I was in the club.
Yeah.
You feel me? In the club, older sister's ID.
It's kind of easy now. It's like playing Madden on rookie.
You feel me? Like hosting. You feel me? Dancing, waitressing, bartending. Like,
what can we expect from you as an artist?
As an artist, y'all can expect me like blunt. You feel me? Just come in raw, uncut, giving it to you as it is, no cap. Like just global, like just. Just giving the people what they want. Dope. More visuals, like more content, more music, more projects, more money.
Hey, you are a story of resilience. You are a story of a person that was maybe dealt a bad hand early on and found a way to get up and go forward and prosper. So I definitely salute you. Before we get out of here, let these folks know what you got coming up. Let them know where to follow you at, where to find you at, because I seen that link tree. There's a whole lot of stuff on that link tree. She got a bunch of different hustles, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So, let these folks know what's going on.
No cap. When I say I'm the Jill of all trades, I wear several hats. It ain't nothing that I can't do. Like, if I don't do it, best believe I'm a quick learner. I would get it like this. Like, but, yeah, like, I am a mother. You know what I mean? I'm an entrepreneur. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, MISS Raindrop. Google me, all platforms. Go get my EP, Hear Me Now.
Let's do it.
I'm working on my new single called On Me. It's in the clubs. It's not out yet, but it is in all the clubs. It will be released in the next month. So be looking out for that. And just follow me. Just tap in. Just stay tuned, because I promise y'all won't be disappointed. I'm always got something in the works going on. So
there it is.
Always something.
And stay out of her
Never
DMs
know.
unless you providing value, ladies and gentlemen. You can follow me at Ugly Money Nietzsche. That's Ugly Money Niche. Remember, the bigger the dream, the bigger the risk, the bigger the payoff. This has been the Ugly Money Podcast with the very lovely Miss Raindrop.